Okay, guys, so let's get started. So basically, guys, when we're doing transformations, let me just explain this thing to you guys. It's very simple and easy to understand. If I have a triangle, guys, right? And let's say this is the triangle. So let's call here A, let's call here B, and let's call here C, right? So let me just draw my little triangle, my little pink triangle. I like pink. Pink is one of my favorite colors. And suppose this is the triangle, right? So guys, let's look at the number places for the triangle, right? Let's just look at it for a second. So 5 and 5, that's where A is. 5 is the x-axis. 5 is the y-axis. For B, it's 5 on the x-axis and 2 on the y-axis. So 5, 2. And for C, it's 2, 2, right? You can see here, 2 down here, 2 over here, 2, 2. So guys, sometimes they will ask us to do a transformation. That's exactly what you call it. It's called a transformation. And how do we do the transformation, guys? I'm just going to explain in a very, very easy and simple way. Just like how last week was easy, I expect this to be really easy to you guys as well. I expect this to be really easy to you guys as well. So let me just explain it to you guys. All right, everybody ready? Everybody watching? Alexia, you with me? Jaim?
Yes, sir.
All right, Ajani?
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. So basically, guys, they may ask you to do a transformation, guys. And the transformation usually would say something like, do a transformation where X and Y will be like 2 and 4. Well, no, let me use something like 2 and minus 1. So this will be the transformation, guys. Cool. And you'll get a figure where it's 2 and minus 1, where 2 is the X variable, guys, and the minus 1 is the Y variable. And all you really need to do, guys, to do the transformation is you just need to add 2 to the X and add the minus 1 to the Y. So how would that transform on this triangle, guys? It's kind of easy. For the A variable, guys, it's 5, 5. So we're just going to add 2 minus 1 to it. And we're going to end up with 7, 4. So 7, 4, guys, would be the new point for the A. So where is 7 now? 7 is right here. And 4 is right here. So this would be the new point. Let me make that blue. 1 second. 7 and 4. That would be the new point for the A. Let me kind of rub this out for a second. Sorry, guys. A is 5, 5. B is 5, 2. And C is 2, 2, right? So this would be the new point for the A, guys. You just add the transformation, 2 minus 1, you just add it to it, and you get the new point, right? Which is 7, 4. So we're going to do the same thing for the B, guys. Remember, B is 5, 2. And we're just going to add 2 minus 1. And we're going to end up with 7. And then 2 plus minus 1 is 1. So the new point for B prime is 7, 1. So 7 for the x-axis, and then 1 for the y-axis. So let me just rub this out. So the new point, guys, is going to be, let me make it blue. It's right here, 7 and 1. And then for the last point now, guys, for the C point, we're gonna do the same thing for the C point, guys. C is 2, 2, right? So for 2 and 2, we just need to add 2 and minus 1, and we're going to end up with 4 and 1, which is the point for the C prime. And 4 and 1 is where on it? 4, 1. So that's right here, right? So this is the new triangle, guys, for the transformation. Let me make that dark blue. This is the new triangle now, guys. This is the new triangle after the transformation. Does that make sense? Where here is A prime, here is B prime, and here is C prime. Does that make sense to everybody? It's okay. It's okay, Regina. What are we doing, Regina? We're doing transformations. Okay. Nothing wrong with being late, guys. It's okay. Deshauna, what's up, man? You okay? How you doing? Deshauna, you can hear me? Krishan, big boss. What's going on, bro?
Hear me, hear man. Say, yeah.
All right. Good, good, good. So, Krishan, do you understand this whole transformation thing? You see what I did there, guys? It's really easy. All right. Are you understanding,
Yes, sir.
Krishan?
So,
Let me start
so
with
far,
Krishan.
sir. So far, sir.
So all you really need to do, guys, is they usually give you the points like this over here. Let me just put a square around it. They usually give you the transformation as 2, 1, where the top one is the X variable and the bottom one is the Y variable, right? And all you really need to do after that, guys, is just add it. Just add it to it. That's all you really need to do. It's a very easy thing. It's one of the easiest things in maths, but people just make it look hard. All you need to do is add the 2 and the -1 to all of the points. And once you add them, you'll get the new points to move the triangle. So that's basically what it is, guys. A transformation is just when you move the triangle, right? Based on the points they give you, you just move the triangle. Make sense, everybody?
Yes, sir.
It's all right, Deshauna. It's all right. So let me go to Britannia. Britannia, you understanding? Is it making sense to you?
Yes, sir.
Is everybody understanding?
Over this one more time, sir, please.
Yeah, man. So let me go over it one more time. Let me go over it one more time. Let's start from the beginning again. Let me do a different triangle this time.
Yeah, but use different numbers.
Yeah, man. Let me use some different numbers now. So guys, same thing, right? Suppose I have a triangle. I gotta put the triangle here. Let me put it as, this is the first point for the triangle. This is the next point, and this is the last point. So this is where the triangle is, right? Let me draw it. You guys know I love pink. We're drawing a pink triangle first. Real men love pink, right? So this is the first point. This is A, this is B, and this is C, right? If we look at the points now, let me put A first. A is 1 for the x-axis, 4 for the y-axis. So 1, 4. B is 4 for the x-axis, 1 for the y-axis. So B is 4, 1. And C is 1, 1, right? So guys, usually they ask us for a transformation or translation. And they usually put the points as this. It's usually like this. In this case, I'm going to use minus. No, I'm going to make it 3, 3. That's how I'm going to make it 3, 3. So I'm going to make it 3, 3. And usually, guys, of course, this is usually X is the top one and Y is the bottom one. So it's really easy, guys. We just need to add this 3, 3 to the points. So guys, I just need to add 3 to the 1 and 3 to the 4. And I'm going to end up with my new point as 4, 7. Does that make sense, guys? It's kind of easy. So this would be A prime. Same thing here. I just need to add 3 to this one, add 3. I'm going to end up with 7, 4. That's the B prime. And the next point, I need to add 3 to this one and add 3 to this one. And I'm going to end up with 4, 4, right? So and that's C prime. So let's put those points now in blue on the graph because we did that transformation. 4, 4 is right here, guys. That's the C point, 4, 4. 7, 4 is 7 for the x-axis, 4 for the y-axis, which is right here. And 4, 7 is 4 for the x-axis, 7 for the y-axis, which is right here. So we transformed it, guys. We moved it. It's just when you move it, guys, you're moving the triangle to a new point based on what they give you. You're just adding it. All you need to do, guys, is just add it. Add the X variable and the Y variable to the ones that are already there. Make sense, guys? So this is going to be A prime, this is going to be B prime, and this is going to be C prime. And this is the translation or the transformation. Make sense, guys? Jada, it making sense to you? Delano
Yes,
Young,
sir.
the genius, it making sense to you? Good,
Yes,
Jada.
sir.
Good, good. Delano, right, my big friend,
Yes, sir.
making sense?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. I understand.
Good, good. Okay, this is good. So guys, I think it's really easy, man. I don't really think I need to do any more. Regina, you getting it as well?
Yes, sir.
Ajani, I did it twice. You getting it now? Can I get into this?
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's look at a real life example now, guys, because this is as hard as it's gonna get. All right, straight up. This is as hard as it's gonna get. It's not gonna get any harder than this. Cool. It's not gonna get any harder than this. And people see this in the exam, guys, and say, "Oh my God, it's so hard." You know, and you have to say, "Boy, what's hard about it?" You know. What's hard about it, right? What is hard about it? Make sure everybody is here. Okay, so let's look at a real life example, guys. You know I love real life examples. Let's look at the most recent exam to see if any was in there. Let me do 2022. Sorry, guys. Let's look at January 2022. Let's see if any transformations were in the exam. Okay, yes. So here, see a transformation here, guys? I think so. State the equation of the line. No, this is not a transformation. This is just enlargement and a reflection. That's what this is. No, sorry guys. Can go through that later. Let's look for another one then. CXC math theta. All right, so let's look at some past papers, guys, and check for a transformation example. Cool. All right, so let's look at May 2019 paper 2. No, I don't want to buy anything. So let's take a look, guys. Carla, you with me, right? Latanya, I just saw you just came. Hope you're doing well.
Yes, sir.
Tyler, you okay as well?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I'm not seeing no transformations on this paper either. Let me look up here as a topic. Just kind of zoomed in too far. Look at these worksheets. Okay, transformations. Look to see if anything is there. No. Well, no, I want an example. May 2016 paper 2, let me try. Sorry guys, just trying to look for a proper example for this. Give me a second, all right. Okay, so this is a good example, guys. This is a very, very good example though. Okay, so this is a good example, guys. So it says here, describe fully the transformation which maps RST onto R prime, S prime, and T prime. Cool. So guys, let's just look at the first triangle. This is a good example, I think. So Jaim, you with me? Daniel, Antoine, you guys are with me?
Active here.
All right. So guys, if we look at this triangle, we can see that R right here, R is 2 for the x-axis, 3 for the y-axis. So 2, 3. T is 2, 1. 2 for the x-axis, 1 for the y-axis, and S is 5 for the x-axis and 3 for the y-axis, right? 5, 3. So guys, if there's actually, they actually did a transformation where they moved the triangle from over here to down here. So let's write those now. Let's make those pink though. R prime is 4 for the x-axis, minus 1 for the y-axis. T prime is 4 for the x-axis, minus 3 for the y-axis. And S is 7 for the x-axis and minus 1 for the y-axis, right? S prime. So guys, they're asking us to describe the transformation which maps RST onto R prime S prime T prime. But guys, it's a little obvious to see for me that they did a translation where the points were 2 for the x-axis and minus 4 for the y-axis. Does that make sense, guys? And let me show you why. The reason why I know it's 2 minus 4, guys, for the x and the y. If you add 2 to this 2, you're going to end up with R prime being 4. And if you add minus 4 to the positive 3, you're going to end up with minus 1, which is this one down here. Right, guys? Does that make sense to you guys? Same thing here. If you add 2 to this 2, you're going to end up with 4. If you add minus 4 to this 1, you're going to end up with minus 3, which is the point for the T prime. And for the S, if you add 2 to the 5 and you add minus 4 to the 3, you're going to end up with 7 minus 1. So I know that the transformation is 2 minus 4. Does that make sense? So when they ask you to describe fully the transformation, you're going to say that there's a transformation or a translation where the x variable is 2, the y variable is minus 4, and it mapped the triangle onto this triangle shown here. Make sense? Let me ask somebody. Alexia, is that making sense to you? Azari, is it making sense? Not really?
No, sir.
Not
Okay,
not
sir.
making sense? Not making sense to you?
No, sir.
Annalie, is that making sense to you?
Yes, sir.
All right. So guys, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to rub out this triangle for a second. Let's just rub out this triangle for a second. Maybe that will make you guys understand more. Let's rub out that triangle for a second. Let me ask somebody to map it for me. Let me ask somebody. Azari, you okay? You following?
Yes, sir.
Let me ask Delano Young. So Delano Young,
Yes, sir.
help me out, bro. Suppose for this triangle right here,
Yes, sir.
RTS, suppose I need to do a translation or a transformation where 2 is for the x-axis and minus 4 is for the y-axis. What would I do with these points for
Wait,
this
so
triangle? So-
you're doing a translation for RST, the top one.
Sorry, dude. Hold on, give me a second.
Uh,
Sorry, give me a second. All right, so help me out. What would I do? These are my points for R, T, and S, and I need to do a transformation or a translation for 2 minus 4, right? Remember the 2 is the X and the Y is the minus 4. So what would you do? Remember, you're supposed to just add them, right?
yes, sir. So would it just be 4 and negative 3?
Well, I would add the 2, the X1 to this 2, right? And I would
Yes, sir.
add minus 4 to this 3. Does that make sense?
Negative 1.
So you should get 4 minus 1
Well-
for the new point for R prime. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
For the second one, what would you do? Same thing?
Yes, sir.
2 plus 2 would give me 4,
4, and then that would be -2.
and then minus 4 with the 1 is going to give me
-3.
-3, and this would be T prime. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Same thing with this S. It would end up being 2 plus the 5 would give me 7,
7.
and then minus 4 plus the 3 would give me -1.
Yes, sir.
So map the points would be no. So S prime is 7 for the x-axis, -1 for the y-axis, right? So the point would be right here.
Yes, sir. So that would be S.
S prime.
Yes, sir.
Then T now would be 4 minus 3, right? 4 minus 3, which is right here. This would be T prime. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
And then R prime would be 4 minus 1, which should be right here, right?
Yes.
So if I draw my triangle, guys, I'm going to end up with this. Does that make sense, guys?
Yes, sir.
Makes sense to me. So it's easy. It's really easy to me, guys. But in the question though, guys, they gave you the triangle already. They gave you already, and they're asking you to describe the transformation. So the best thing to do, guys, would be just look at the new points, look at the old ones and say, okay, what would I need for my X variable? And what would I need for my Y variable to map it? Does that make sense, Krishan? Krishan, that makes sense to you, bro?
Yes, sir.
So it's an easy thing, you know. This thing is not a hard thing. It's a very, very easy thing. So when they say describe fully the transformation which maps this triangle onto this one, all you have to do is say, hey guys, man, please mute yourself if you have music in the background. Please. Right, mute yourself. Yeah, so all you have to do is say the transformation T, which is 2 minus 4, moves the triangle from RST, right, to R prime, S prime, T prime, right? That's all you have to say. All you have to do, guys, is find the 2 and find the -4, and that would solve the question. That would give you the 3 marks. Make sense, guys? Is anybody getting it?
One more.
Yes,
sir.
sir.
One more. Let's try to do one more before the break. Want to break at 2:45? So let's try to do one more before the break, guys.
It's not hard neither, no, sir.
Hmm?
Me tell you, say it's not hard neither.
Oh man, this is not hard at all, bro. There's
But
nothing
you
hard
know-
about this.
You
Go
know,
ahead.
just one verse with it, you know?
Yeah, that's it, bro. That's it, bro. This is a very easy topic, guys. Really easy. You just need to move the triangle. Just add the points. Just add it, right? Just add it. That's all you really need to do. Let's do another example from another exam. January 2017. Let's see if this exam have one. No, this one don't have one at all. Let's go to 2015 then, May, June. So guys, the transformation thing easy. Just add the X and the Y. Right? Just add the X and the Y variables. That's all you really need to do. January 2015. Okay, so let me go down a little more then. May 2018. Guys, I hope you guys are enjoying school. If I were you guys, I'd love going to school at this point. All right, so here's another one now, guys. I think we did this one already though. Enlargement, reflection. No, it's not a there's no transformation. It's just an enlargement and a reflection. Let me go back to some older papers, yeah. 2014. Some old papers. Okay, definitely comes sometimes, guys. No. Looking for one, guys. Give me one exams. Not Cinemata Star. Okay, let me go on YouTube, man. God, they have some good examples online. Okay. Yes, so. Okay. Yeah, man. So let's look at these now, guys. Let's look at these. All right, so let's use this. Can everybody see the screen well?
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys, so it's a very similar
Yes.
example, guys. Suppose the transformation is equal to 3 and 2, right? And remember, guys, the 3 up top is for the X and the 2 is for the Y, right? And if they do the same thing, move this triangle here shown on the screen. C is 3, 1. 3 for the X-axis, 1 for the Y-axis. B is 3, 3. And A is 1, 3, right? 1 for the X-axis, 3 for the Y-axis. And it's the same thing, guys. We need to do a transformation where you move it 3 for the X-axis and 2 for the Y-axis. So what do we do, guys? Kind of easy. All we need to do is add 3 for the add 3 for the X-axis and add 2 for the Y-axis. So we're going to end up with 6, 3 for the new point. This would be C prime. Add 3 here, add 2, we're going to end up with 6, 5 for the B prime. And then for A now, add 3, add 2, and we're going to end up with 4, 5 for the A, right? So we're going to map those new points now. Latanya, you with me?
Yes, sir.
So let's map the points, Latanya. The first one is 6, 3. So C6 here and C3 here. So this would be the first point. You understanding that, Latanya?
Yes, sir.
All right. Cool. And then the next point now, it's going to be 6, 5. So 6 for the X-axis, 5 for the Y-axis. So see the B point here, B prime. You understand that, Azari? And the next point now, it's going to be 4, 5, which is 4, 5, which is right here, which is A prime. You understand that, Alexia?
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's draw the new triangle, guys. See it here? This is the new triangle. Make sense? And if we draw some faint lines,
Makes sense, sir.
can draw some faint lines and make it look fresh still, right? Look kind of fresh, right? When you do it that way. Make sense? And you moved it over here, so you moved it that way, right? Man, this make it look good, good, good. If you do this in the exam, first in the island. Must get first in the island if you do it so. But you don't have to draw those arrows, guys. You really don't need to. In the exam, I much rather if you just don't draw the arrows, you know? It's just that's just for somebody who's just trying to be extra. But that's all you need to do, guys. It's kind of easy, though. Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's an easy thing, man. It's not a hard thing at all. And I don't think we need to spend too much time on this. It's easy, bad. All right. Okay, so I'm going to ask somebody else now to help me out with this one. Regina, you want to help me out with this one now? Help me out. Show me what to do from the beginning to end. Let's do it step by step together. You with me, Regina? Your mic working?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good, good, good. So, well, this is kind of strange. Where's the T? -2, 3. Okay, cool. -2, 3. All right. So, see to you now, Regina. Suppose I have the transformation is equal to -2 and 3. Remember, X is here, Y is here. And let's just label the points. A is 1, 3. B is 3, 3. And C is 3, 1. So help me out now, Regina. What should I do now to move this triangle?
So you're going to add them.
All right, so I get add -2 to the -1 here, right? Sorry, to the 1 here. And what I get? 1 plus -2. What should I get?
-1.
-1, and then I get to add that 3. So this is 3 to the Y. So what should I get now?
6.
Okay. Then the next one now, same thing, -2 plus 3. -2 plus the 3 is how much? You with me, Regina?
1.
1. Then the next thing, 3 plus 3, 6. And the last one, -2 plus the 3.
1 and 4.
All right. So those are my new points. So let's just map it, guys. The C point is going to be 1, 4. 1 here, 4 here. So this is the new point. Next one is going to be 1, 6. So 1 here, 6 here. That's the new point. And the next one is going to be -1, 6. Let me rub this out. Okay, actually supposed to be over here. -1 is here, 6 is up here. So this is the new point. All right. And we're going to end up with the triangle like this. Make sense, guys? This is A prime, this is B prime, and this is C prime. Everything good? Everything good, parties?
Yes, sir.
Easy thing. Easy. Sorry, it really easy to me still. But of course, guys, if you're not understanding, I suggest you watch this video. Guys, let's look at, so the number 4, guys, in the paper I sent you, very easy, simple functions here. It's kind of easy too. The inverse, find the inverse of -9. Pretty much the same things I taught you guys, very similar stuff in number 4. Let's look at number 3 now, guys. Let's look at the question. It says here, the diagram below shows a hexagonal prism. Complete the following statement. So let me kind of just go through this with you guys. Ajani, you with me?
Yes, sir.
Right, so Ajani, based on this prism, right, this hexagonal prism, how many faces do you think it has?
8 faces, sir.
8, you sure? Let's check. So there's one here, there's two here, meaning this part and that part. Then there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are definitely 8 faces. So you're right. Well done, Johnny. I like that. And Alexia, how many edges do you think it have? How many edges do you think this prism has? Alexia, you with me?
Sir, 12.
I think it's 12, you know.
Yeah, cause I count 6 on the side, so I just say.
See one here, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6. See another edge here, see another edge here, another edge here, another edge here, another edge here, another edge here. So it's 12 edges. Well done, Daniel. Well done. Yes, and vertices now. How many vertices do you guys think it is? Let's actually just Google what vertices are first before we do that one. Okay. All right, so this one says vertices are shapes. In shapes are the points where 2 or more line segments or edges meet like a corner, right? Okay, cool, cool, cool. All right, so that's interesting. Vertices are sometimes called corners. All right, so let's look at it now. So how many vertices do we have with this one now? Anybody want to help me out? Also,
Sir,
guys,
get like 20.
20?
Sir.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Let's count them though. Let's count them. Let's check the solution for a second though. CXC math tutor, let's look at the solution. Let's see what they say in the exam solution. This is January 2020 paper 2. The solution for that one says 12 vertices, 18 edges and 12 vertices. So let's look back at it again, guys. Look like we made a mistake with the edges. Look like we made a mistake with the edges, guys. So let's do the edges again. Well, when I really think about it, guys, let me just draw the edges for you. This is an edge. 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 And that's an edge. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are edges, right? This is an edge as well. This is an edge. This is an edge. This is an edge. That's an edge. That's an edge. So that's 6. Same thing with here. This is another edge. This is an edge. This is an edge. This is an edge. And that is an edge. And that's an edge. Make sense? So every single line there basically is an edge. So
Yeah.
right. So that's definitely 18 edges. So I get the 18 edges. The vertices, guys, are the corners. So that's what vertices is the same thing as corners. So everybody can keep that in their head. So see one of the corners here. This is one of the corners. This is one of the corners. This is one of the corners. Corner, 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 corner. So the vertices will be 12. Go ahead, Daniel.
No, may I say, sir, it look like at the vertices where they mix up with the edges.
Yes, yes. Would you mix up the vertices with the edges? The edges would be just each edge, right? So from here to here is an edge, but the vertices is the corner. Make sense? Does that make sense now, guys? So we're good with this one. Everybody's supposed to get this in the homework, in the early exam preparation. So just going through number 3 to kind of see that, you know, get into the gist of it, A sports club owns a field PQRS in the shape of a quadrilateral. A scale diagram of this field is shown below. 1 centimeter represents 10 meters. In the following part, show all your construction lines. The field is to be divided with a fence from P to the side RS so that different sports can be played at the same time. Each point on the fence is the same distance from PQ as from PS. All right. Using a straight edge and compass only, construct the line representing the fence. All right. So I would actually just put a big arc with a compass here, swing it like this, and I put it here again, swing it like this, put it here, swing it like this. Yeah, that's what I would do. You definitely need a compass for this question, guys, no doubt. Honestly, guys, this part I have to go wait until I see you guys in person. It's not so easy to do on the screen. But basically, guys, you'd end up splitting it. From P to the side RS. PQ is the same distance from PS. Right, so basically, guys, you would end up with splitting the field like this. Does that make sense, guys? That's how you'd end up splitting the field. But you have to use a compass in order to get this line in the middle though. So I'll show you guys how to do it in person. It's really very hard to do on the screen. I don't even have a compass on the screen still, so it's extremely hard to explain this. But that's what you'd end up doing, bro. You split the field in half so that one set of people can play on that side and one set of people can play on the other side. Make sense? Write down the length of the fence in meters. That's also impossible to do on the screen. So I have to do that in person. Cool, we'll definitely have to do that in person. So let me ask somebody to help me out now. Delano, right?
Yes.
All right, so help me out with the first question, Delano. It says, we're looking at some figures here. It says, write down the mathematical name for the quadrilateral PQRS. So see PQRS here. What's the name for this quadrilateral?
Sir, is it a trapezium?
Yep, it's a trapezium. Very easy. Definitely a trapezium, right? That's how the trapezium always look, guys. It either look like this or it look like this. Cool. This is how your trapezium looks. Cool. Make sense, guys? It also can look like this too. All right, guys.
Sir,
Mm-hmm.
actual 60 paper this.
Yeah, man, this is the practice paper everybody was supposed to do, January 2020. This is the paper I sent you guys, you know. So if you haven't done it yet, just take a look. This is the actual CXC paper, January 2020 exam. Yeah, man, it's a real paper for sure. So let me ask Britannia now. Britannia, you want to help me out with this? Or should I ask Krishan? Krishan, you want to help me out with this, bro? Come in, Killer Whale, help me out. Krishan, help me out.
Yes, sir.
Wait, hold on, sir. What which one are you trying to solve?
Well, we're going to do this one now. PQRS is mapped onto P prime, Q prime, R prime, S prime by an enlargement with a scale factor K about center CAB. So let's just write that CAB. Using the diagram above, determine the values of A and B and K. Right? So what would I do, Krishan? In this case, when they ask me that question, what would I do to find out where the center of the enlargement is? And what's the scale factor here? as well. What would I do,
So it
Krishan?
look like 3, sir. The scale factor look like 3.
Yes, because this is 1, this must be 3 times. Why do I know that? 1, 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I know this is definitely 3 times the size. Make sense? So the scale factor K is equal to 3. So that one easy. Now, Krishan, how would I get the point where the enlargement start from though? How would I do that? What do you think you'll do? Krishan, Nathan, you probably don't know, not getting it. Backside, Krishan, drop out. Let me ask Delano Young. Delano Young, what do you
Yes,
think
sir.
you do? What would you
What
do?
I think I would do.
You need to find the origin of the point where all the lines go through. You know, usually it's at the origin, but it's not at the origin in this case. So what would you do to find the point?
Sir, I'm not sure.
Let me show you, bro. It's easy. Guys, when you're in the exam for this question, make sure you have a big long ruler. All you need to do is just take your big long ruler and make sure you draw 2 lines through the points. 1 long line through the 2 points, right? So the Q and the Q prime, draw a long line through it. Make sense, guys? Same thing for the R. For the R, draw 2 long lines through it. Draw 2 long lines through the R and the R. Just line up your ruler and draw 2 long lines through it. Jano, it's giving me a hard time still. Yeah, draw 2 long lines through it. Make sense? Same thing with the P and the P. Draw a long line through the P and the P. For the S and the S, draw a long line through the S and the S. This is on the same horizontal line though. So guys, if you guys notice, you would actually see that the vertices is ending up right here. Let me make it blue. The vertices is ending up right here. Make sense, guys? So the point where the enlargement goes through, guys, is actually -4 for the x-axis. So you see -4 for the x, and for the y, it's +1.
Sir,
Right? Yeah, go ahead.
me look on it, sir, and it look like it could have been -3. So
No. The point is right here. It can be -3. -3 is over here. How could it be? If it was -3, it would be over here. And the P point not going through it. The P and the S point not going through that. So it can't be that one. It has to be the one where all of the lines line up through. Make sense?
yes, sir.
Yeah, man. So it definitely has to be -4, 1. It can't be -3, 1 at all. Because all of them don't line up through it. But if you look carefully, right, but if you look carefully, all of them line up through -4 and 1, which is right here. So that's how you know, guys. So when you're trying to find the origin point, take a long ruler and just set, so boom, draw your line through the 2 Qs, draw your line through the 2 Rs, draw your line through the 2 Ps, and draw your line through the 2 S's. Make sense? And where they all meet up, that's the point. Making sense, everybody?
Yes, sir.
All right, and that's it.
Yep.
That's the answer for this one. That will give you 3 marks, the -4, 1, and the scale factor 3. Had to give you 3 marks, and you're done. Did the question done after that? Done. All right. Done, guys. Argument done, like Andrew Holness say.